Hey guys, what's going on? It's In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes
and Joe.
training some arms, baby. Friday night gains. Training at the SA Aquatic and Leisure Centre down at Marion in South Australia. This In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes featuring Steve Mills, aka the Vanilla Gorilla.
Straight from Wakatane.
Shannon Leatch, aka the Tubby Tortoise.
Hello, children.
MassiveJoe, aka the Buffalo Soldier. And Jeremy Allison in the background, aka Jezthetic, aka not allowed to do voiceovers because awkward brah. So he will not be featuring in the voiceover. You've got the three amigos talking you through this workout. Neve. That would have been the Team MassiveJoe sponsored athlete, Scott Lambshire, who also happens to be an Iron Man.
And a champion triathlete who is prepping for the Ironman in Kona next year, which he will get to, and he will do very well. He's also just an all-round stellar human being.
I was going to say just an all-round champion, whether or not he's an Iron Man or not, just a fantastic bloke.
That he is, Joseph.
Neve, tell the viewers at home what we're doing in this workout.
Well, we did some Triant sets. For those playing at home, they're like the triple giant sets. So they're 3 exercises back to back to back.
You take the tri from triple, add it to the iron from giant, and you get Triant.
And you get Triant sets. So first we started off with some close grip bench press, as I like to call them, the BPOLas. And then we hit them up with the overhead French press. I like to call it.
It's not a French press.
I like to call it the Wakatane press.
It's an overhead dumbbell press.
And then the
no overhead dumbbell extension.
and then the rope press down, which I call the Wakatane press down. And then that was about it.
Give me the fucking microphone, Wakatane. Anyway, so this is a different type of workout to what you would normally see from In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes. This is more a volume workout, man. So it was late on a Friday night. We were pretty tired. Most of us are dieting at the moment, as you can tell.
That's why I'm so shredded. I've dieted for 2 days.
So we did a volume arms workout. So we started with triceps, and like Neve said, a Triant set. So Triant sets is you pick 3 exercises and do them as a superset, one after another after another. So this is
2 twents.
Big Neve busting out 220 pounds, aka 100 kilos in the close grip bench. And then we went into, it's not a French press Neve, it's an overhead dumbbell extension. And then we went to that rope push down. With Triant sets, you're going one after another, so there's no rest in between each exercise. And you're trying to pick a weight that's going to cause you to fail. And I say fail between 8 to 12 reps on each exercise.
I was failing on the second rep of exercise 1.
Yeah, this is your first workout back, man. You haven't been training for a while. What's been happening?
I had some surgery, Jose, on my breasticles, and I had 2 weeks out for that.
And what else?
And I had a week out because I spent 6.5 hours having a needle drag through my arm.
Wow.
You may notice some fresh ink up on the Tortoise.
The ink. Team MassiveJoe's got tats on tats on tats.
Except for Neve and Joe.
Except for Neve and Joe. I don't like needles, so there's no way I've toyed around with the idea from time to time.
But as for Neve, he just recently tested positive to an anabolic steroid and a low-grade beaver tranquilizer.
Look at this. Is this a real-life game of Donkey Kong? Neve dragging his arms through the gym?
Steve, you just claimed that you tested positive for gear. You're natural, you dickhead. You're just fat.
Neve, tell the viewers.
Low-grade beaver tranquilizer was in my system.
Neve, tell the viewers at home why you do this particular exercise facing away from the stack. But more importantly, tell the viewers at home how the tanning regime's coming along, my man.
Well, me and my little Rottweiler, Miley, we've been walking with our shirts off on the streets of Peace at night and somehow getting a tan from them streetlights.
The street lights or the moon shining down on Lord Neve?
Moon shadows.
Anyway, why do you do this exercise facing away from the stack?
Well, I do it so I can't lean forward into the rope.
Working well,
but as you can see, my delts are still contracting. A few striations are starting to pop through. The traps were very contracted.
That's enough from you. What are we doing here, Shannon?
So we're doing FST 7s with the press down, and me and the big Jez we're doing it at the same time. Now we had a straight bar and a V bar.
Is that your tat or Jez's tat?
That's Jez's. He's up on the left arm. Mine's the better looking one on the right arm.
Where's your tat?
The right arm. So it's the same place. It's just on the opposite arm.
Boom!
Blammo!
Boom.
That tat is amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to FST7.
Anyway, so we're doing the press downs. We're going here. As you can see, there's the straight bar. Now we had a V bar going at the same time, so you do one set on the straight bar up to 12, go away, stretch, flex, getting the blood in there, and then you'd move on to the V bar, do it again. Did 7 sets of that. Blew them arms up, as you can see. Joe, for me, you're doing this all wrong because you're too lent over.
You're hitting your chest too much. Joe has no chest.
I have a chest of peace, and apparently vascular as
Joe, your mum told you off for swearing before.
That was unnecessary swearing.
It was completely necessary. Do you see the vascularity through the triceps?
Are you Keith or Kevin? Which Hodge twin are you?
I'm Neve. I'm the third Hodge twin.
Then we moved on to the bicep. So we've got the Olympic bar here. We're just going for sets. So we're doing another Triant set. So we went Olympic bar curls, put that down, went over to, as you'll see in a second, seated isolateral incline curls, and then into high cable curls. Have a look at the pipes on Jez, a 20-year-old monster.
How old is this guy?
I just said 20-year-old monster.
I don't believe you. Try again.
Yeah, there is a rumor that he's possibly actually a 42-year-old man.
There's two things with Jez. He either looks a lot older than he is or looks a lot younger than he is. We can't quite figure out if he's 20 as he says he is or if he's actually 45 and just looks a lot younger.
At 13, Jez had more facial hair than he had pubes.
Jez may be 13. Nobody really knows.
Can't mention his pubes.
Apparently, Steve's trying to get kicked out of the voiceovers as well. Who would have thought? Anyway, Jez with the straight bicep barbell curls, man, straight into the isolateral. Isolateral means one side at a time. Incline bicep curls, man. This was an epic Triant set of peace right here.
It wasn't that, Joseph. then the tub has turned into a bilateral raise.
Yeah, we're going to see that later on. You don't have to jump ahead of the videos.
Yeah, people
people
see the twists and turns of the story.
That's
man.
it. You got to keep them in suspense.
Well, here we've got Jez wearing his TMJ MassiveJoes throwback. If you look into his eyes, you can see, or whatever it is.
It's a racer back. You don't have to paint a picture of what people are watching, you clown.
But it's a storyline. What's going to happen next?
He's going to put a throwback on. Who would have thought? Anyway.
I'm so tired.
Anyway, Jez, I remember the first time Jez came and nagged me for a job at MassiveJoes. And I asked him how old he was after I had hired him. Not that it particularly mattered, but I wanted to know. And I said, Jez, how old are you? And at the time he said, I'm 19. And I said, okay, cool. I don't believe you, but let's move right along.
When I first met Jez, for about a month, I reckon, when I first started working here, I legitimately thought he was 26. And when he told me he was 20, I honestly didn't believe him. I thought he was taking the piss.
Such an angry dude as well.
He is.
One of the angriest guys. If you come into MassiveJoes and you do something wrong, do not do it in front of Jez. Yeah. Because he will smash you.
I'd like George Giorgio to start emailing Jez again.
His fanboy. Anyway, Jez here you can see doing the high cable bicep curls. Now, this particular exercise is a complete waste of time for building any kind of bicep mass whatsoever. But it is a really good volume exercise for biceps because of the position of flexion. Put your biceps in, man. So great to finish off the Triant set. Force as much blood into those biceps as possible.
For that nutrient delivery.
That nutrient delivery, that there muscle pump, those there facial expressions.
Oh, speaking of facial expressions, Jez, and your general face. And then, boom!
Boom!
Blammo!
It to Tortoise again.
Tortoise back. Making all kinds of tortoise gains.
So, yeah,
with that tortoise face.
So, yeah, as you can see, I'm struggling pretty bad. Because, yeah, it was my first session back, and I struggled basically from rep 1 and just really To be honest, it was a pretty hard workout, and jumping straight back into it was probably a bit silly, really.
And you're gonna die training legs tonight, my man.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Anyway, the ink is looking fantastic. Are you going to get that tap finished off? Going to go on the inside of the arm as well?
Yeah, to October 8th, I have another 6.5 hours to sit under.
You want to give your Tats bra a shout out? Try and get yourself some discounted ink, my man?
Yeah, I will. My boy Dan Miller, from Jetty Road Tattoo down at Glenelg. Yeah, we did 6.5 hours on the outside. We took like a 5-minute break in between so he could get a coffee. He powered through it like an absolute beast. He was a good guy.
Reminds me of my Saturday night.
What, the 2-minute break bit that you used to get through it?
Oh. Speaking of shout outs, while we're shouting out, we've got to shout out this awesome facility that you have seen throughout this video, the SA Aquatic and Leisure Centre down at Marion, man. Very kind of them to let us come in on a Friday night, roll on in Team MassiveJoe style, roll on in, shit up and leave.
I swear.
Your mother is going to be absolutely disgusted.
My mother doesn't care. She finds the videos entertaining.
That's not what she was saying to us. She said she didn't bring you up like that on Partridge Street.
I had a terrible upbringing.
Oh, real hard.
It was the type of upbringing where you'd get locked in a cave.
Look at the length of the bicep peak.
Your arms, Shannon, your biceps and your triceps attach from your wrists to your elbows.
I don't know what any of that means.
It means you have a lot of space for growth.
In the background.
Yeah, look at the pipes on the knee.
That's the first time it actually looks like I've got arms.
Hold on. No. Wait a sec.
It looks like I've
No. No, it cannot be. Oh, I don't believe it. No. Is that you, Neve?
Yes.
Anyway, so we did with biceps similar to triceps. We finished off with the FST 7s, just with the standing alternating dumbbell. Alternating is another word for isolateral. Alternating dumbbell curls.
I'm stuck on my shell.
Tortoise stuck on his shell, man. Guys, hit the subscribe button.
Stay up to date with your in the gym videos.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the delicious activities we've got going on YouTube. Because you guys suck at doing my job.
That's because every time we try and jump in, you're like, no, it's my job. Yeah. And then we get out and you say you're going to fire us because you're a dick.
I was just about to compliment you on your tap, but because you're being such a clown, don't even worry about it.
Why don't you just
Anyway,
a little more?
hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes. Boom!
Vascularity.
Where we coming to and from, Neve?
Somewhere that doesn't have you in the next video.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Swole drink.
Murder Inc.
Stay Tubby.
Tortoise Inc.